Today we learn how the art of improv can improve your business and communication skills.
Many of us are already familiar with what improv is. It's short for improvisation, and it's an art form where a troupe of actors or even people like you and me can take a class and perform in the moment on stage without script, costumes, props, or set. But our next guest is here to tell us the unique techniques used in improv can now be used to train professionals even at the CEO level. Welcome, Karen Hough, to Great Day, Washington.
Nice to see you. Thank you so much for having me.
So I've just got to put it out there. You did improv at Second City.
Yeah.
That's the top. It doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I trained there. I did a little bit of work, and then I went off to start my own improv troupes as well. So I was very lucky. I was in film and TV. I had a great career.
And you also started some books, too,
yeah,
as well as cards. Can you tell us about them?
Exactly. So these are two best-selling books. One is called The Improvisation Edge, and it talks about using these improv skills in business so that you can be more effective. And by the way, this is for anybody. This is for CEOs. It's for regular people. You can be more collaborative, effective, if you feel like you can improvise. And by the way, Megan, anybody can. It's not something that's way out there.
I think some of us just do it anyway.
Exactly.
We can't help it. We're just always improvising.
Yeah.
But tell us why it is so important. What are those specific techniques that you were teaching people?
Sure. So the foundational principle of improv is yes and. Have you? I'm sure that you know about this.
I've taken some improv classes. So
Bingo.
Yeah, that's what you learn right away.
Exactly. And what it says is that when you get an idea, instead of saying, well, no, I'm scared of that, or it doesn't sound like what I want to do, you say yes. You say, yeah, okay, let's roll with that.
It opens that dialogue.
Exactly. And I'm going to do something more with it. We've seen incredible... We've seen incredible changes with everything from a corporate leader to just an everyday person having more effective conversations and negotiations by using yes and being willing to hear ideas.
Now, this is we're going to play a game in a little bit. Can you kind of tell us what's going to happen?
Yeah, absolutely. So improv games, we use them to unlock people, to help them think about how they behave in a different way. We use a lot of neuroscience and psychology. So we are going to have you guys play an improv game, and after you play it, I want you to think about what did that make me think about? How did it change me? How can I use this in my everyday life?
Is this a game that people can play on their own? Is this something that they have to take a class to do? Is this something that they have to see you? Where are you?
So we're all over the country. I'm so fortunate. My company has 5 offices across the U.S., and we work with corporations everywhere. But here's the thing. You can play this game with your kids tonight. I test all my improv games with my children. You can take a class at an improv troupe in your own city. It's a fantastic way to think about how you are even better.
All right, let's get it started.
Come on.
Let's get Chris and Marquette in here. The three of us, we have to link hands.
Yes.
And what happens next?
So this is called the three-headed expert. It's very easy. So there you go, link up. Now you all are
like the hosts of our show, the three-headed expert.
It really is. You are. Now you are going to answer some questions I'm going to give you, and we're going to go one word at a time.
Got it.
Bingo. Now, just so everybody knows that we did not plan this. This is truly improv. I'm going to ask, hey, one of you, could you shout out a topic?
TV shows.
TV shows. Okay. So I'm going to ask you some questions about TV shows, and you're going to answer us. Okay. So how do you film a TV show?
You
Have
To
film
the
bottom
of
the
shoe.
because
it's
Camera.
ready.
Oh,
that was
good. I know. Let's do one more. Let's do one more.
Okay,
Okay. So tell me about your favorite TV show.
My
favorite
TV.
show
is
Bonanza.
buses. Keep going, Chris. Keep going.
horses.
And
When
The
show
spills
over
into
buses
gallons.
Oprah.
See, so we
See
can...
it tumbling down.
Right, exactly.
than you think.
You know what? It is harder than you think, and then sometimes it'll be easier than you think. You just never know how this game is going to go.
Well, you feel like you're exercising. You feel like you're kind of limbering up a little bit.
Yeah, you know, I could see your brains working. Tell me, what were the skills you had to use to be so effective here? And by the way, I've had groups that couldn't even do that well. This is a hard game. So what did you do well, and what did you do?
We had to listen.
You had to listen.
Yeah.
What else?
I mean, we had to really think on our feet. That's what it's all about.
No question. And I bet you thought about that in a whole different way because you played this game and you could only say one word at a time.
Well, what I liked is that you couldn't say yes and you couldn't say no. I mean, you could have, but it wouldn't have made sense.
Right.
You just say
More
Oprah.
Open-minded. Right.
Or
Oprah,
gallons,
how?
or
You're good
nothing.
at this.
Yeah, exactly. And whatever came out, your partners had to roll with it. So there's a lot of that flexibility and dealing with whatever comes to you because in life, is it always the way we think it'll be or is it scripted?
It's scripted, and no,
like
No, it's exactly. That's what
Everything we're
improv
saying
is.
right now is scripted. I wrote this last night.
I had an executive who I used to work for. Her name was Diane. She was wonderful and a creative visionary. She told me she took improv classes.
Oh, yeah.
And she was one of my favorite people to work with. So.
Yeah, it can really inform everything that you do. So nice
Thanks
job.
for coming
Nice job.
in.
Give her a
Good.
round of
Thank you very
applause.
much.
Thank you.
I'm not letting
We're
them
not
go.
Lincoln.
I'm
We're
not
not
letting them
Lincoln.
go.
That's right.